Casey. This is why we can't have nice things. Casey is the reason for all of it. They believe as though they can have 37 wives and they just go doing their Mormon thing. What's going on, everybody? We got a quick jump on viewers. Let's keep sharing this one out there. If you guys notice, if you share from the Facebook page, you're going to get a little warning that says we share misinformation. Please know that just means we're cooler than everybody else, plain and simple. So go ahead and share this out. Hit the like button. Hit all the different things. I see Barbara in the chat already. Kevin has been replaced by a much older, less good-looking version, which is Casey. And then the better-looking version that is also older, which would be
Wait a
me.
minute. So let's stop you there. You have been gone. So let's say you are replacing Kevin, jerkface.
Deal. Okay. All right. So I'm replacing Kevin just on this episode. I really wanted to talk Roe versus Wade. We've got Suni. We've got Mo. We've got our special guest. Chelly is in the building. Officer Officer Chi. I don't know. I don't even know how to do that. So we've got some really good topics today. We're talking SCOTUS rulings. We're going all the way from the guns, Roe versus Wade, talking the football coach. Our big conversation of the day, of course, will be Roe versus Wade, I believe. We're also going to talk about some news that maybe isn't on the national, plan. We've got, you don't see it, even though 48 people are dead at the border. Well, technically in San Antonio. You got voicemails with Joe Biden and Hunter's dealings on the, of course, laptop from hell. You've got fentanyl pills. And people getting released from the jail because even though they're trying to kill hundreds of thousands of people. What else? We got Buzz Lightyear, girl on girl kiss. We could talk about that. And anything else? Did I miss anything? No, I think that's. Oh, Lori Lightfoot dropping the F-bomb. Boom goes the dynamite. Before we get started, Chelly, do you want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody. Thank you guys. See all the comments. It's nice to be back. It's nice to be on here. Thank you guys for inviting me.
And somebody asked the question. It's a pleasure having you, Chelly. Somebody asked, are we on YouTube? So here's the deal. We're on multiple YouTube channels, which we will only be doing one topic on the first channel. We're doing everything we can to break the algorithms and also try to monetize our shows. So for now, I see a lot of people. Casey, if you can help me out on this. We've got a split amount of people between Be the Change and Truth Will Set You Free. There's about 11 people on Truth Will Set You Free on YouTube. If you guys can make your way over to Be the Change USA, Casey is going to go ahead and put the link in the comments. That's where we want you guys watching from, either that or the Facebook page. Let's see. We have to move. Yeah, move back to Be the Change on this. We're gonna only use the Truth page as an emergency page. If we can do that. So with that said, let's go ahead and get the party started. It's go time with, what is it? What is that echo? Is that Casey? This man. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, episode 104 of Truth Will Set You Free. We've got some good stuff. SCOTUS coming down the pipe this week. We are going to have a interesting debate about Roe versus Wade, a little bit about the guns, football coach, why all of a sudden SCOTUS is on a roll. We're going to talk Michael Stanger, unfortunately dead, a big role, I guess, as a police officer for the Senate, the Maine police officer for the Senate on January 6th. Fentanyl pills released, criminals released just days after being in jail, even though they had 150,000 fentanyl pills. Joe Biden and Hunter, 48 people dead at the border, aka San Antonio, coming from the border in a truck, and Buzz Lightyear's same-sex kiss. Let's go ahead and get started. Suni, say hello to everybody. You're in the middle. What's going on? How you been?
Oh, I was muted. I'm chilling, doing good.
Chilling, doing good. I see you're rocking the shirt there, the colored shirt, I believe. Can you show that one? It's a good looking shirt.
Sure, why not? Can you see it?
Yes. So that is the colored and unvaxxed shirt. Very similar situation where we are in this country right now. I'm actually rocking the new shirt, which I'm very happy with this one. Why? Because we talk about the fact that we have no impact on young people. And if you see what the shirt says make patriotism cool again. The first comment I got on this shirt was from a teenager. I was like, bam. That was the whole goal. If you like any of the gear we got, whether it's the Awake Not Woke hats, the hashtag, let's see, make patriotism cool, Unveed Lives Matter, go to awakenotwokestore.com and use Awake for 15% off. That's all the sales on that one. Casey, what's going on with you?
Not much. We have 6 states that are in primaries tonight. So if you don't know, and you actually are registered as a Republican or a Democrat, because our government is a 2-party system, whether people really want to admit it or not, it is. And you only can vote today if you're in a primary because you are registered Republican or Democrat. So I would encourage you to do so.
Man, Casey, you really know how to get a girl hot.
Yeah, I know. Literally, my basement is wet. There is a lot of heat running.
That's because you're sitting
downstairs
outside next to a window and you're having pretty decent amount of heat in Texas right now.
By the way, for Barbara here, the madam of Tupperware, I just got my $50 grab bag of Tupperware. So Barbara, go ahead and put your link in there. I got you always have good Tupperware stuff. I'm now Tupperware to the hilt. Anyways, let's see. Hi, Audrey. Hello. All right, Mo, what's going on in your world?
I've been super busy, like super busy. Just been working a lot, working on some new projects, getting my YouTube revived. I'm going to be posting my very first comeback video soon, so make sure you subscribe to Let's Talk Darling on YouTube. All of our links, by the way, are down below in the description box. So if you want to follow any one of us, just let us know.
Is that on YouTube and on Facebook, or just on YouTube?
I put it on the YouTube video. I don't know I don't set up the Facebook.
Links.
Did you do that? Yeah.
I'll move it over on Facebook.
No, don't put the links on the Facebook one, because once you do that, you'll never nobody will ever see this video. You have to put that either comments or in a whatever. But on YouTube, you can see those.
And it's on the Be the Change YouTube, not Truth.
Be the Change YouTube, which we are at. We're down to 6 people on Truth. Will set you free YouTube. Great. We want you guys to keep moving over, and I will be ending that probably at the 15-minute mark at worst.
Yep.
All right. What do we got next? We've got Chelly. We already said. You said hello to everybody. What's been going on in your world? Give us a good solid minute update.
Okay, so I've been off of work since August. I had a torn ligament fighting with a mental in my right finger. So I've been off work. I just saw the doctor again today. We did a cortisone shot today because I still have a lot of inflammation. It's my shooting hand, so obviously I can't be the police if I can't shoot. So we're going to try that. I'll see him back in 6 weeks. Everything else is pretty good. I am now taking care of my elderly father-in-law, so I am literally busy from morning till night. So that's kind of pretty much I keep my viewers pretty much up to date on my page. And I did have a viewer who drove in from Texas to meet me Sunday.
Which is dedication with gas prices as they are. Dedication.
Wow. Shout out to Tammy.
What's up, Tammy? Thank you for visiting Chelly. And I wish now that I know that you had a smash burger earlier, I wish I would have visited. Mo, what's up?
Well, I feel like everybody knows Chelly but me, and I don't know if there's anybody else in the chat that doesn't know Chelly. So, Chelly, what do you do? Because you mentioned you can't be the police, so you're obviously a police officer.
We'll let you guys. We'll let you guys be alone for a second.
Yeah. Can you play some romantic music?
So I'm the police in Chicago. And I used to do these lives with Cash and Anthony and Suni and Casey. So life is just pretty busy for me. So that's pretty much it. So I've been the police for 25 years in Chicago.
Nice. What kind of music is this? If this is the music, is this the sexy time music you play for you and your girl? Because I'm a little concerned.
It's whatever StreamYard has available. I just clicked a button and I'm whatever. I could have turned the music up too. Anyways, I thought it was good.
Wow.
Two things before we get started, and then we're gonna try, guys. Tonight we have focus because it's gonna get dark out here. We are gonna make this an hour and a half episode. If it's not an hour and a half, we're cutting it there, and everybody is going to fall off the screen. So we're going to make this as quick as possible. But I do want to make sure we do a couple different things. First off, if you guys haven't seen, so Mo is going to be one of my guests tomorrow. I'm doing Dr. Brian Artis in the afternoon. That will be episode number 3. Mo will be episode number 4 of Blunt Force Discussion. I am begging on my knees, just like Elizabeth Warren trying to get the abortion rights back to people. Please go ahead and follow Blunt Force Discussion on Facebook. Follow Blunt, and the rest of the videos, actually, to be honest with you, are pretty much on the BTC channels. So you'll see it on there. So Blunt Force Discussion on Facebook and at Blunt Force Discussion on Instagram. I need the followers in order to keep growing the advertising capabilities and abilities. And we have a Patreon for this show to keep this going, because it is harder and harder as time goes on. Patreon.com/BeTheChangeUSA. Or if you want to support Blunt Force Discussion, which we had Chad and Tony Van Schoik as our first 2 guests, Chad Prather. It's been very, very good. You can support that show at Patreon.com/Blunt Force Discussion. Let's get going. We love Chelly back in the blue. Love it. All right. Let's we'll come back into the My Patriots play in a little bit. But right now, let's go ahead and get started. Before we go into Roe versus Wade, I think that'll be the last thing we talk about for in the SCOTUS area. SCOTUS has been doing a lot lately. So who wants to lead in with guns or the football coach? Who wants to go first?
Don't all fight.
Wow.
For the chance.
So let's go with guns first, because that's going to be a super quick one, I think, amongst the group. But with the gun stuff, we're talking about what it was New York State versus whoever, and it went up to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court now just decided that you do not have to justify a reason to conceal carry or to have a reason to apply for a concealed carry permit. And so it has opened the doors across the country to make this so much easier for everybody in the country to be able to conceal carry and have Supreme Court backing. This is a huge deal for 2A and to be able to back it up going forward. Now, that's the whole emphasis about it, is having that backing and that actual support will help every 2A case going forward. And that's the big emphasis with it that we got to look at.
So can I ask a question? Because I still don't know fully what that means. So just like I think there's some questions I'm going to have with the Roe versus Wade ruling as well. When it comes to, I mean, there's a lot of states that you're not even allowed to own a handgun. So like New Jersey, you have to go through hoops. New York, you've got like a year in order to even get a gun. So does the federal law supersede the state law based on that Supreme Court ruling? So can somebody that really has trouble even getting a handgun, can they carry now a concealed weapon in the state of New York?
It goes down a slippery slope because there's variables, right? There's age limits and other things that have not been decided. What this decision comes from is in New York, with a concealed carry situation that was read by the Supreme Court, they said this is not constitutional by saying you have to have a justified reason to be able to apply to get the permit to conceal carry in New York. So they removed that. Now, so yes, it could remove some loopholes in New York, in New Jersey, I mean, because New York is now out of the way with this scenario. So it does make it a little bit easier. And it does open up the door and the avenue for more cases to be reached we'll get to the Supreme Court to review and be able to make sure that they can hold up the 2A. The Second Amendment, it pretty much is all it's doing.
Chelly, I know that Chicago obviously is a predominantly gun-free zone in a lot of ways. What does this ruling, I mean, is there chatter in the police departments? What does this mean?
So I think the ruling will help out in the long run. I don't think at the state level, I think there's going to still be a bunch of red tape, to be honest. I think it'll help out if they have to actually take it above the state level, because we have one of the strictest gun laws in all of the states. So I think that the ruling will set the tone for after you go through all the red tape and all the shit that the state level is going to put you at. To be honest, that's kind of what I'm thinking of it right now, because they made their decision, but they haven't put like age limits. They haven't kind of like broken down or put it into detail.
Okay. So in other words, it's still going to be very hard to buy a gun. If
Right.
it's
Yeah.
so hard to buy a gun in Chicago,
especially in states like this that are like, anti-gun.
so if they're in Illinois, it's very hard to buy a gun. How is there 40 gun crimes last week in Chicago alone and 5 murders?
Well, that was probably last weekend.
Last
alone.
weekend, sorry. Yeah,
I was gonna say last weekend alone. A whole week, I'm like, your numbers are off, Anthony. It's because, well, first of all, legal guns are not killing people in Chicago.
So where do they get them from? Where do these people get them from?
Who knows? But I don't know what the hell they're doing out here, but there are guns everywhere. For us to have one of the strictest gun laws and have one of the highest homicide rates is absolutely ridiculous. But this is what happens when you live in a super progressive state. And we have Mayor Lightfoot, so
Mayor Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, not gonna say it a third time. Anybody else on the gun? Some of the gun stuff that came through, and I mean, so that started the ball rolling where the left was starting to absolutely lose their mind. So I get that.
Yes.
They were like, oh my God, they're allowing guns, which it sounds like it really didn't change much, except for the fact there's going to be grounds for lawsuits if people are going to try to protect themselves. That's pretty much it. It's not like all of a sudden you could go buy a gun if you're 17 years old in Illinois. It doesn't really do that. All it's doing is providing a little bit of judicial protection for those that have qualified to have a gun. Not that not everybody gets a gun now, that have qualified to have a gun that they can now carry it on themselves. Correct? Did I sum that up right? Okay,
correct.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it doesn't change a whole lot for day-to-day activity, but it opens the door to make it to where these liberal states and people in those states that want to get back to having their Second Amendment rights restored, it makes it a little bit easier.
So we've got 8. I'm going to end it right here in terms of the people on Truth Will Set You Free on YouTube. So we are going to bounce over in the count of 10. So in 10 seconds, we are boom moving you out of where we're going to go ahead and boot the feed from Truth Will Set You Free. And we may not have whoever's running the show next week. We may not even go on it. So the count of 10, Casey, one more time. Did you already send it? Put it out there. The link, if you see the link in the comments, click that button and head over to the other page in 5, 4, 3, 2, and I almost did it on the Facebook page. 3, 2, 1.
That would have been great.
That would have been really dumb. All right, so I'm going to make sure that I'm doing it on the right page. Remove. Okay.